bring it up for the New York Knicks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
Knicks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Bridges. Hard kicks to Brunson. Towns against Thompson. And the dunk by Towns.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
Free throw line jump shot. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Brunson with a clean look. No good on the 3. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Kevin, back over to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Brunson outside. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. The Pistons have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. It's up a 3. Unable to get that one. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Bridges kicks to Hart. And here's Brunson outside. Drills the three-pointer. Brunson's got 5. Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
Anunoby passes to Bridges. Hart outside. Launches a 3. Detroit with the rebound. It's a victory here for the home team. Last time these guys met.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
They had relentless pressure on the ball handlers. It made them feel uncomfortable, and I'm sure they're going to try to replicate that in this one. Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Stewart checked in for the Pistons. Karis LeVert comes in for Jaden Ivey. Then for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Towns. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Josh Hart. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Cunningham. 11 points in the game.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also can become a great defensive team.
For the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Jalen Duren. Duncan Robinson comes in for Harris. And it's Jenkins in for Cade Cunningham. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Robinson, a screen on Robinson. Here's Bridges. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Robinson. LeVert from outside. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
So the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Bridges shot. Good.
Yeah, Bridges has been experimenting with his motion recently, but when it works, it works.
Stewart a screen. Jenkins the pass to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. New York's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Inside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And savvy inside play by Clarkson, getting himself a look right at the basket.
Stewart a screen. Into the lane. And Jenkins throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Now Jenkins, after Jordan Clarkson missing on that last three-pointer.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Robinson a screen on LeVert. And that one good from Clarkson.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
They've got Robinson. Holland is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Jenkins in at the point. They're the group Detroit will start the second with.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
McBride with the ball. 9 points last game out. Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And here are the Knicks now. It's a three-point game. They host the Kings after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And that one, good. Clarkson's got 7 points.
Clever on-ball decision by Clarkson, using the pick to get himself free for that
one. Here's Jenkins. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston. Holland, no good.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Timeout.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Here comes the song, Detroit. Hit the Piston dancer.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Then for the Knicks, Anunoby, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. Outside, Towns. Back to Bridges. Robinson sets a screen for Bridges. Clock at 6. Pass to Robinson. And he makes that one. Robinson's got his first points in this one.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Cunningham up top. Brunson covering. Shot's good by Duran.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 3. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Shoots from the baseline, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And he has become deadly from that in-between area. Brunson as efficient on the midi as anybody.
Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
Robinson a screen on Cunningham. The fader. It's hauled in by Harris. Detroit leading by 3. And Thompson throws it down.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Outside, Towns. Back to Brunson. Jacks up a 3. The kick out to Towns. Brunson against Cunningham. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. And the top of the key, Towns. Down low. Here's Bridges. It's tipped.
Yeah, going straight up with those long arms. Duran flat out. A brick wall around the rim.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, guys. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Kevin, back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Towns for 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
Very few positives to take away from that game. I know it's one they're going to want to put behind them.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, Harris has been doing that his entire career, staying in rhythm, even with the added range.
Here's Brunson. Outworking the defense. Again, Brunson.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength. Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And so we conclude the first half. The Pistons on top. They lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
You look at the Pistons, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the Knicks.
When you're ice cold from three-point land, it's definitely time to change things up.
What do you know about being ice cold from three-point land? I don't know. It's part of their DNA. But at this point, they need to see the ball go through the net. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Here's Holland. And it's off from three-point range. Knicks trail by 13 to the inside. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Now here's Jenkins. Brunson covering. Stolen by Brunson. The kick out to Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist in this one. Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Towns finds Brunson. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. And a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, G.A., there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their two best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link. It has some truth to it.
Pistons leading by 8. Stewart a screen to the middle. And the dunk by Stewart.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Hart with the screen for Brunson. Hart outside. New York missing again. Here's Holland to the paint. Nice ball movement by Detroit. In the corner, it's Robinson. Here's the 3. That one, no good. Knicks trail by 10. Hart outside. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Jenkins. Hollins kicks to Jenkins. And the 3-ball is good. Jenkins got the lead up to 13 now for the Pistons.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
And that one's good. Towns.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Towns with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Bounce pass from Anunoby. Bridges misses. Pistons leading by 11. Here's Jenkins. And again, Detroit with the 3.
No shot there. He was left wide open and now adds 3 points from distance.
Towns, the screen. Bridges, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 6 assists in the game. LeVert the pass to Stewart. Robinson for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Towns, he gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. We've got a chance here, so let's now look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The league's stingiest teams. The Pistons second.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
There's the lob for Harris. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And one of the big reasons Cunningham went first overall in the draft, his playmaking at 6'6" is really valuable.
Knicks trail by 11. Bridges outside. Anunoby has the open look. That's short off the rim. Detroit's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Bridges with the steal. A 3-ball. Thompson with the rebound.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Well, if Tobias Harris sees a lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it.
Brunson against Cunningham. Yep, it goes, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Brunson. Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
Anunoby passes to Brunson. Over Cunningham. Brunson, no good. Pistons leading by 11. Here's Ivy. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Hart outside. Shoots from 14. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 7th assist in the game. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Cunningham passes to Duren. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Duren's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Ivy with the bucket. 9 points for Jaden Ivey.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Cunningham against Brunson. Towns, a screen on Cunningham. And so it's the Detroit Pistons finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Knicks trail by 15. Holland is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Cunningham in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Towns. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
Oh, my. Karl Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Camp. Brought to you by AT&T. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Knicks. Outside Robinson. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Off target from the baseline. Detroit leading by 13. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 24 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
driving to the basket. Towns wide open. Another miss by Towns. Detroit has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. That one good for 2. And the Pistons lead by 17.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. And the Pistons making a change here. Harris has checked in, and New York with a change here too. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Here's Towns. Inside, and Robinson throws it down hard.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Cunningham, and he lays it straight in. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Towns. Drilled from 11 feet out.
After a forgettable first half, he is turning it on now. You love to see this kind of resilience.
Here's Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
Knicks trail by 17. Pass to Robinson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Brunson barreling into the rim.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And here is Robinson. Down low. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
The Knicks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Cunningham, the response, slamming it home.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham double. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
And we've got a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Does not go in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Puts up the 3. A three-pointer. Good. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull-up, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
1:43 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Anunoby. New York, no good that time either. Pistons leading by 19. Fires from deep. Cunningham's shot is off.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pistons.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Cade Cunningham.
And watching that last game, you could see the comfort zone he got into, just filling it up from all of the spots he loves.
Knicks trail by 16. Got it to go off the glass.
I mean, he makes plays
like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Cunningham drives in.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Now Yabusele. Robinson outside. Knocks it loose. Stewart with the steal. Now Cunningham. Robinson outside. Green. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Yabusele is screen on Green. Oh, the dunk!
Yabusele. Assist from Landry Shamet.
Cunningham. Robinson outside. Takes the three. That's off. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks.